Okay, good morning, everyone. So, the previous class we have discussed what is pointer, and we know that how to declare a pointer variable and why the data type of pointer variable and another variable, actually this pointer variable data type and the this variable's address actually pointed by the pointer, both are have same data type. And we know that what is the concept of address of pointer, because there is a brief description that in respect of pointer what is the meaning of address. So lastly we assume that in case of pointer variable, so basically if we talk about the definition of pointer variable, we know that pointer variable is a variable which can store the address of another variable. So this is a simple definition of pointer variable. Now the address of another variable, it means when we declare a pointer variable, it holds some memory or it occupied a memory in computer's memory location, which is its own permanent memory address. So like any other variable, when we declare a pointer variable, it will occupy some memory address in computer's memory location with its which is its own permanent address. So this is a one address with respect to the pointer variable. Now the second thing is, we know that pointer variable doesn't hold any value. Pointer variable doesn't hold any value. It only points to the address which can hold by any other variable. So basically pointer variable is point some address which is the address of another variable, which is the address is already occupied by the another variable. That is why this variable is called pointer, something to be point. So pointer variable doesn't hold any value. It holds only the memory address of another variable. So there is another concept of address. So what is the meaning of this address? This address means pointer hold some address, like whatever we talk about the example, like for me, my home address is a permanent address. So when we write down or talk about my permanent address, we are always talking about our permanent address, our home address. Now, like this permanent address, pointer variable, when we declare a pointer variable occupied a memory location in computer's memory location. So this address is a permanent address of pointer variable. So throughout the program, this address is constant, because it is not possible that I am declaring a pointer variable সেটা এই সময় এই মেমরি লোকেশনে আছে, পর মুহূর্তে অন্য কোনো মেমরি লোকেশনে চলে গেল. It is not possible. This is constant because my permanent address is constant for maybe 10 or 15 or 20 years. So something like that. I'm not talking about in that way, but something like that. So when we declare a pointer variable, its own address is a permanent address. So this is a one address in respect to the pointer. Now move on to the next address. Next address means the pointer holds some address. Pointer, I'm telling that one repeated times because this must be very clear that pointer doesn't hold any value. It only holds the address of a third variable or any other variable. So now when I go for the college, so my holding address or my destination address is my college address, but my permanent address is my home address. But when we go to the college, my destination address is my college address. So something like that. So with respect to the pointer variable, there is also two different address concept. One is its own permanent address, and one is its holding address. Whatever the relation we create between pointer variable and another variable, if pointer variable points some another variable, both data types are same. So when we create a relation between pointer variable and the another variable, it means this pointer variable now holds only the address of that variable. So suppose I have int a and I have int star p. So if we write p is equal to ampersand a, so it means this p, which is my pointer variable, this p holds only the address of a variable, only the address of a variable. That's why when we print the holding address of pointer yesterday, so it will print the same address, whatever the address actually occupied by the a. So we already know that, we already print that one in a yesterday's class. So please be very careful. There is an address of two different concepts, but the variable is same, which is pointer variable. One address is a permanent address, or one address is a holding address. We are talking about this address because the variable is a pointer variable. আমরা অন্য ভেরিয়েবল নিয়ে যখন কাজ করেছি, লাইক অ্যারে, স্ট্রিং, অর আমার লাইক ইন্টিজার, ফ্লোট, ক্যারেক্টার, we are not talking about this type of address or something like that. We know that when we declare a variable or a data structure like array or something like that, it will store a memory in memory location. We don't bothered about that. But in case of pointer, it holds the memory address of another variable. Then there is a concept of address of its own, and address which is held by the pointer variable, means the address of the particular that pointed variable, which are point by the pointer variable. So now we are very clear about the pointer variable and what is the address of pointer variable or something like that. So we know that how do we create a relation between pointer variable and the normal variable which is pointed by the pointer variable. So basically we also know that when we print the value of pointer variable, it will directly print the value of that particular variable which is pointed by the pointer variable, because we know that pointer doesn't hold any value. So indirectly pointer holds the address of a. A holds some value. That's why as a pointer variable value, it will print the same value which is holded by the a. We also know that because we print that one. So basically pointer doesn't have any value. Pointer pointed some variable by storing its address. So this variable holds some value. So when we print the value of pointer variable, it will just show the value of that particular variable, nothing else. It not means that pointer holds this 10. Pointer holds the address of a, but a holds 10. That's why pointer value shows the 10, nothing else. So this is an indirect relation between this value and this pointer variable. So whatever the address, whatever the value held by that particular a variable, all are pointed by our pointer variable, which is ptr or p, whatever you say. So this is a basic concept of pointer variable. Now we are talking about the two main important thing, which is call by value and call by reference, which is related to the function. So we know that how do we write a program using any user defined function, means except main function declaring some user defined function. And how do we write that one? We all know that, because in a 4-way we can write that any problem statement using user defined function. So when we pass the value to the function parameter, means the function arguments, or you say function variables, this passing the value, it's happen in a 2-way. One is called by value and one is called by reference. So we know that in every function program means whenever whatever our problem statement, when we write down our program using some user defined function, we maintain 3 main criteria. One is function declaration, another one is function call, another one is function definition. We all know that. So this is the line in between the main function, that function call. Function call means you have to pass the variable from your user defined function to the main function, nothing else. So when compiler compile this line, it will jump to the function definition part. We know that, we all know that. So this call function means, the calling function means the value exchange, variables value exchange can happen in a 2-way. One is call by value, another one is call by reference. So call by value means all the programs, whatever the written method we apply, either with return type, no argument, or with argument no return type, or no argument no return type, or with argument with return type, whatever the category we apply, all the categories are maintained basically call by value procedure. All the function procedure is called call by value method, nothing else. So suppose we write a program, suppose swapping of two numbers. So I'm going to share a screen. Please follow this one. Okay, so here I'm simply write down a swapping program. We all know that swapping program without using any third variable, but using some user defined function. So we all know that the formula of without using any third variable, how do we swap two variables value? We already done this program. Now we write this program using some user defined function. So we write in a 2-way. One is called by value method and one method is called call by reference method. So first we talk about the call by value method. So every program, we already told you that every program, whatever the program statement we use, or whatever the user defined function we use other than main function, every function program actually maintain the call by value method, nothing else. So write it down in your own. Simple swapping program without any third variable, using some user defined function. Whatever the category you want, you use, no problem. So here I am using, suppose with argument no return type. So no return type with argument. Okay. So I'm writing here void, because we know that first we declare, in case of when we declare the user defined function, first we declare the data type. So I'm declaring here, data type of return type. So my return type is void and my function name is swap. And after that, I'm declaring here my variables or arguments or parameters, whatever you say int a comma int b. And after that, there is a semicolon, because this is a declaration function line. So this is my simple user defined function declaration. There is a two value, int a and int b. So I'm going to swap the values of these two variables. So after writing this one, we move on to the main function. So basically we declare here to another variable, like I'm taking here n1 and n2 for num1 and num2. Now this is user defined value. So I'm going to uh, take the value from the user, nothing else. So enter two numbers, and I'm going to scanf this last these two variable. So %d comma ampersand n1 comma ampersand n2. So my scanf line is complete. So now the next line I'm going to call the function. So in case of call function, the return type is void. So I'm just directly write the function name with the arguments, nothing else. So my function name is swap and my variable name is n1 comma n2. So my function calling is complete. Now I'm writing here to printf line, say before swapping a is equal to %d and b is equal to %d, comma n1 and n2. I'm just little bit clear, nothing else. And same line I'm repeating. So this is after swapping. Okay, I'm print the before swapping what is my a and b value for this. And if you want, then you can write n1 and n2 also, no problem. And after swapping, what is a and b value. So my main function is over. So when compiler compile this line, it will jump to the function definition part. So now we have to define our logic in between the function definition part, and in this case there is no semicolon, and here I'm going to write our logic. So we know that a is equal to a plus b, b is equal to a minus b, and a is equal to a minus b. Right? Logic is okay or not? Logic is okay or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So is there any problem? So in between this program, do you feel that I have a problem in that particular line? Anyone? Do you have any problem? Okay. So every line is okay. There is no problem, right? And there is no error.
একটা প্রবলেম আছে
Follow.
সব ফাংশনটা কলটা ফার্স্ট প্রিন্টএফ লাইনের পরে হবে
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম, নাহলে তো n1 n2 একই হয়ে যাচ্ছে না।
আচ্ছা, এটাকে আমি এখানে দেবো, তাই তো? Is it okay?
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম
আর কিছু? Anything else? Anything else? No. Okay. So let's run. Suppose I am giving 5 and 9. So both are same. Why? Why? What is the problem? I'm gonna run one more time. 5 and 9. See? Now tell me what is the error. Where is the error actually?
ম্যাম একটু পুরো কোডটা শো করুন।
See? Where is the error? Why the before swapping and after swapping both the values are same? So where is the error? কি ভুল আছে?
Ma'am, inside that void swap function, we need to print that after swapping the value is
ম্যাম
a
রিটার্ন
comma.
করছে না কোনো ভ্যালু।
রিটার্ন তো করার কথাও নয়, because I'm writing void here.
Ma'am,
So directly it is not return any value. Jayed, I'm taking your points that printf line after swapping printf line is written in between the function definition part, right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so just tell me, if I'm not writing this way, if I'm writing in this way, what is the problem? Just tell me
Ma'am,
the error.
actually the value is stored in n1 n2 will be the same. If you will return that a printf function inside that swap function, then it will return the value of a and b after swapping. But before inside the main function, if you will use that, then it will store the initial value only.
No, nothing is returning, তাহলে তো চেঞ্জই হচ্ছে না কোনো। ওখান থেকে a আর b টা রিটার্ন করতে হবে, তাহলে n1 n2 তে আসলো, তখন আমি ওটা চেঞ্জ হচ্ছে।
Okay, so ত্রিপর্ণা যেটা বলেছে সেটাও ঠিক, কোনো কিছু রিটার্ন হচ্ছে না মেইন ফাংশনে, তাই তো হচ্ছে, তাই তো বলছো?
मैम
Yes,
वो void swap नहीं, वो end swap होगा जिससे वो रिटर्न करेगा वैल्यू।
ম্যাম
হ্যাঁ বলো।
আপনি তো এর অ্যাড্রেস গুলো সেন্ড করেছেন, তো অ্যাড্রেস গুলো যখন সেন্ড করেছেন ওটা তো পয়েন্টার ভেরিয়েবলের
আমি
মধ্যে।
কোনো জায়গায় কোনো অ্যাড্রেস সেন্ড করিনি।
ম্যাম ওখানেই তো
I'm not taking any star a star b. আমি কোথাও লিখিনি star a star b, কোথাও দেখেছো লেখা কোনো লাইনে? So I'm not working with a pointer variable or address or something like that. I am simply defining two integer type of parameter, two integer variable a and b, nothing else. So there is no concept of returning any address or something like that. Must be there is a concept of returning but not addressing, only the value. I am doing this one.
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম, এটা তো তাহলে তো এটা কল বাই ভ্যালুতে যাচ্ছে, অ্যাকচুয়াল প্যারামিটার। তাহলে ম্যাম আমরা যদি ফর্মাল প্যারামিটারে কোনো চেঞ্জ করি, অ্যাকচুয়াল প্যারামিটারে তো চেঞ্জ আসবে না ওটা।
একদম, আমি তোমাদের কথা বুঝতে পেরেছি, আমাকে খালি বলো যে আমি declare what is my user defined function, the return type is void, fine, right? I'm print some before swapping value, so I'm not bothered about that, so my calling function is there, so it will jump to this part and evaluate this thing. Okay. So compiler after compile this one, it will move on to this place again, right? Because the program is not end till, so it will jump to this part and compile this line. So according to my printf line, I'm printing here n1 and n2, right? What n1 and n2? N1 and n2 in this, the same value of 5 and 9. Is it okay? Is it okay? So the problem is, from the user defined function definition, it will not return anything to the main function. Right. So obviously n1 and n2 already stored by 5 and 9. And whatever the logic we apply here, all are stored in between A and B. But we don't return A and B to the main function. Triporna and Jayad, both of you are correct, because nothing has to be returned to the main function as the return type of user defined function to the main function. The evaluation process is done. Whatever the A and B, it compiler knows that there is a relation between n1, n2 to the A and B, but it will not print any value for n1 and n2 for the new value of n1 and n2, because I am not returning any value to the main function from this user defined function. That's why it print again 5 and 9. So obviously we are cutting this one and print here, and obviously this is A and B, because I'm not returning any value to the main function. So I'm not gonna write any printf line in a main function. We have to print something to the user defined function itself, because just remember, when we do the program with no argument, no return type, think about that program. We are not returning any value. In case of no return type, we are not returning any value to the main function. We are simply, whatever the problem output is, we have to define that one in between the function definition itself. Because in case of no return type, we can't return anything to the main function. But if we write here int swap int a int b, then we have to return something to the main function, and it will print in that way, whatever the function program output is. It is not like that ki serokom bhabe lekha jabe na. I'm not talking about that one. But if we use return type as a void, it means that it doesn't return anything to the main function. So whatever the logic we apply, whatever the formula we apply, all these things we actually written into the function definition part. Yes, of course, after print this line, it will move on to this place. It will move on to the main function. Whatever the lines written here, it will execute. It is fine. But our requirement is not fulfilled. But whatever the requirement means, whatever the before swapping and after swapping, something like that. Follow? Okay, so now I am going to run this program again. See, again I am entering 5 and 9. See, it is clear? So this method is called call by value. So whatever the program you written, whatever the category you use, means with return type, with argument, with return type, no argument, or with argument, no return type, whatever you apply, all the methods are basically maintained call by value method. Call by value method. Call by value means when you calling your user defined function, actually this method, you calling this function by value. You using this call by value method, you pass the value to the parameter from main function to the user defined function or user defined function to the main function using this argument, using this return type. In case of this void, nothing to be returned to the main function, but maybe we use here int or float, whatever, then that particular case we return something value to the main function. And again, we put some value from the main function to the function definition part also. So this give and take policy is totally happen only for the value. Value of what? Value of variables. That is why this is called call by value reference. Call by value method. So all the function program, whatever the program statement is, when we write our program using some user defined function, all are maintaining basically call by value method. Simple, any function related program, whichever we already written in our class or in this online class, whatever we have written, all are call by value method. Call by value. Now we are talking about call by reference. Call by reference. So when we talk about call by reference, this is basically talking about the pointer variable. Pointer variable. Why? Because we are working with a pointer type of variable. So we all know that what is pointer variable. So there is a concept again is address. So first we declare the pointer type of variable in our user defined function and work with this pointer type of variable. Work with this pointer type of variable. Am I clear to everyone? So now we are going to work with pointer type of variable in user defined function. So same program, we are going to write this same program using call by reference method. Using call by reference method, same program. Same program, I'm just little bit edit that one and write call by method program. Call by reference program. Okay. So as we know, the same program, we are working with a pointer variable. Pointer variable. So we declare here star A and star B. So both are pointer variable, not the normal variable. See, I am declaring here star A and star B. Both are integer type of variable, no problem, but both are pointer variable. Okay, both are pointer variable. So now move on to the main function, no problem. So in main function, there is a two variable n1 and n2, and we are taking the values from n1 and n2 from the user. So till now, this part is okay. So now we are working with a pointer variable. So we calling our function and create a relation between this pointer variable with this variable. Because we know that when we work with a pointer variable, we create a relation between variable and pointer variable. Like in a previous class, to yesterday's class, we declared, if I am not wrong, int a and int star ptr. Now the next line is ptr is equal to ampersand a. PTR is equal to ampersand A. What is the meaning of that? Meaning is we are going to relate between pointer variable PTR and A. How? So PTR is a pointer variable. We declared that one, star PTR. So PTR is equal to ampersand A. So I am going to point this PTR to the A. Means I'm going to assign the address of A to the PTR. Am I clear? So PTR is equal to ampersand A. What is the meaning of that line? Meaning is I'm going to assign the address of A, because I'm writing PTR is equal to, I'm not writing PTR is equal to A. I'm writing PTR is equal to ampersand A. It means that I'm going to assign the address of A to the PTR. So now PTR holds the address of A. That's why when we print the value of PTR, it will print 10. Why? Because PTR holds the address of A and A holds value 10. That's why PTR prints the value of 10. This is an indirect relation between this value and the pointer variable. So we have to create the relation between the pointer variable and the another variable, which it is totally depend on user that your তোমার pointer variable কোন variable এর address কে hold করবে, কার address কে hold করবে. It is totally depend on the user. So now in that particular function program, we have two different pointer variable, which is star A and star B. So when just remember the previous class when we are talking about the function, we know that this variable and this variable both are related to each other. We all know that. We all know that because there is a relation between this variable and this variable. Whatever the variable name you use in your declaration line and the main function, whatever the name is. But we know that in a normal variable, there is a relation between, we know that if there is no star A, we know that if suppose this is not star A, this is normal A and B. So we know that this A and this N1 and this B and this N2 both are same because both have already the relation. But in case of star A and star B, both are pointer variable. Now we have to create the relation between this star A to N1 and this star B to N2. Because until or unless we create this relation, it doesn't hold any address of N1 and N2. Means indirectly, it doesn't hold any value for N1 and N2. But we are working with a star A and star B. We are not talking about working with N1 and N2. Please remember that one. We are not working with N1 and N2. We are working with star A and star B. So we have to create the relation between star A to N1 and star B to N2. Otherwise, star A doesn't hold any address of N1 because if we আমি যদি কোনো রিলেশন এদের দুজনের মধ্যে ক্রিয়েট না করি, in case of pointer variable, it doesn't hold any address of N1. So indirectly we say that it doesn't hold any value for N1. But in function definition, we work with star A and star B. In function definition part, we don't write with N1 and N2. So we have to specify that which address actually hold by star A and star B. So we have to create the relation between star A and star B to N1 and N2. For that reason, we have to declare here ampersand N1 and ampersand N2, not N1 and N2. Am I clear to everyone? In case of normal variable, we write here N1 and N2, whatever the main function variable name is, whatever. But in case of pointer variable, when we work with a pointer variable, we have to create the relation between this star A to ampersand N1 and star B to N2. Until or unless you return that one, you can't say that star A now holds the value of N1 indirectly and star B holds the value of N2 indirectly. We can't say that. Until or unless you assign the address of N1 to the star A or address of N2 to the star B. So basically, using this statement, we are assigning the address of the star A and star B respectively. So we are assigning the address of N1 to the A, which is pointer variable, and the address of N2 to the B, which is the another pointer variable. So using this statement, we say that this procedure is basically call by reference. It is not call by value. I am passing here the address of the variable. I am not passing any value of that variable. Am I clear? In case of this ampersand N1 and ampersand N2, I am passing the address of N1 and N2 to this variable, to this pointer variable, to these arguments. That's why this method is called call by reference. This is not call by value. In case of normal function program, I am simply calling this function using value. But here, I am calling the function using some address. I am assigning the address. Now whatever the value N1 stored, it will directly pointed by the A. Whatever the value N2 stored, it will directly pointed by the B. But it is very obvious that star A and star B holds the address of N1 and N2 respectively, not the value. Value holds only N1 and N2, and star A and star B hold the address of N1 and N2. So indirectly, it points the value of N1 and N2. So after creating this relation, after passing this address to the main function, now we are working with a pointer variable in that part. So simply here, I'm writing star A plus star B. So star A minus star B and star A minus star B, and all are star, sorry. So you can't write that one if you don't till jodi tumi ei relation ta create na koro, jodi address pass na koro main function er argument ke, which is your pointer variable, it doesn't evaluate any formula, something like that. So in this way, when we write star A is equal to star A plus star B, means indirectly it will operate the values of N1 and N2. So it is same as N1 is equal to N1 plus N2. This statement is same as if we write N1 is equal to N1 plus N2. Both are same. Both the lines are same. But I'm writing here using this variable because we know that in function definition part, we have to work with this variable. And I'm creating a relation between this variable to this pointer variable, assigning the address of this variable. So in this way, we actually refer the address of the variable to this pointer variable. That's why this is called call by reference. This is not call by value method. This is call by reference method. So if we run this program, what's happened? Oh, sorry, this star A and star B. Okay, so 5 and 9. Again, there is a problem. Now tell me, what is the problem?
ম্যাম আফটার সোয়াপিং এর কোনো স্টার বি স্টার এ হবে,
এখানে স্টার এ স্টার বি হবে, তাই তো? বাকিরা কি বলছো?
হ্যাঁ
ওখানে স্টার এ স্টার বি হবে। Is it output okay? Any question? Any question regarding this program? Any question regarding this program? So differentiate করতে পারবে call by value and call by reference, because this is a very common question. Difference between call by value and call by reference. So is there any question? Any of you? Do you have any question regarding this program or regarding the previous program? Any problem? So any function related program, when you write in using pointer variable, basically it is treated as a call by reference method, nothing else. Any program, not only swapping program. Any program, if you use pointer variable in the user defined function arguments, then it will a call by reference method. But you have to specify that one, that you create the relation between your function arguments and your basically the actual arguments and the formal arguments. Whatever your user defined function declaration parameter and your main function parameter, whatever the parameter is, you have to create the relation between these two, assigning the address of that variable, nothing else. A simple ampersand line. But in normal case, in normal variable declaration, we don't require any memory address assigning. But in case of pointer variable, because the main concept of pointer variable is assigning the address, it holds the address of any other variable. For that reason, you have to specify or you have to assign the address of that variable to the pointer variable according to your problem statement. According to the problem statement means কার সাথে কার তোমাকে রিলেশন করতে হবে, মানে তোমার পয়েন্টার ভেরিয়েবল অ্যাকচুয়ালি কার অ্যাড্রেস কে স্টোর করবে, it is totally depend on you. So according to the problem statement, it is totally depend on the user that how the relation take place. পয়েন্টার কাকে পয়েন্ট করবে যাতে করে আমার প্রবলেমটা আমার লিখতে সুবিধা হয়। এমন নয় যে অ্যাম্বারসান n1 করে দিলাম তার মানে এটা কোনো চেঞ্জ হবে না। ডেস্টিনেশন অ্যাড্রেস ইজ অলওয়েজ বি চেঞ্জড। আমি যখন কলেজ যাচ্ছি আমার ডেস্টিনেশন অ্যাড্রেস কলেজ অ্যাড্রেস, বাট যখন আমি কলেজ থেকে বাড়ি আসছি তখন কিন্তু আমার ডেস্টিনেশন অ্যাড্রেস আমার হোম অ্যাড্রেস বা somewhere else. So destination address is always be changed, but my permanent address is not changed. So when we declare int star a, it will hold some memory in computer memory location which is constant, সেটা কিন্তু চেঞ্জ হবে না। But this a holds now holds address of n1. এখন যদি আমি n1 এর জায়গায় n3 নিয়ে এখানে n3 লিখি তার মানে এখন আর n1 এর অ্যাড্রেস হোল্ড করছে না, এখন n3 এর অ্যাড্রেস হোল্ড করছে। So this must be changed. ওটা চেঞ্জ হতে পারে, বাট int star a এর যেটা নিজের অ্যাড্রেস এটা কিন্তু থ্রু আউট দ্য প্রোগ্রাম চেঞ্জ হবে না, ওটা একই থাকবে। হ্যাঁ, আমি যদি এখন প্রোগ্রামটাকে আবার নতুন করে রান করাই মুছে দিয়ে তাহলে চেঞ্জ হবে, because there is no fixed memory location that whenever I am declaring int a or int star a, it will always put same memory location. It is not possible. It is not possible. But when we work with this program, this memory location for this star A, it's constant. This for n1, this constant. But when we assigning this pointer variable to this ampersand n1, this is not constant. In that line, it will hold the address of n1. But if we required, then we declare here another variable and create a relation between this star A to the ampersand n3 or something like that. So this requirement is totally depend on the user. So this is a two different concept. In case of pointer variable, two different address is there. One is pointer itself address and one is pointer holding address. Both are different. Both the concept are different. Okay, is there any question regarding this? No question, right? Okay, so the time is over. Tomorrow same time at 9 AM. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.